É isso aí, rapaziadinha, voltamos. Vamos dar continuidade aí. A gente tinha parado aqui, né, quando entramos no complexo aqui, será, do Loredo. Agora vamos ver aqui o que pega.
The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rebel again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Oxe, tá andando sozinho por quê, Geralt? Tá. Encontre uma maneira de desabilitar a balista.
Did you hear?
Os caras foram preconceituosos, mano. Encontra uma forma de coisar a balista. Onde é que tá essa balista, primeiramente, né, guys? Eu nem sei onde tá a balista. Ah, a balista aí. É, tranquilo. Uma forma de detonar a balista. Vamos falar com esses escrotos aqui. Os caras estão comendo aqueles bichos que a gente matou lá fora.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Acabei de passar na casa da bruxa. A bruxa tava em casa dormindo, cacete. Como é que é? Viu, hein? A missão é de você, né? Qual é das ideias?
Yes?
How did you plan to get rid of the guard by the ballista?
I have my ways. But you wanted to do it alone, so go talk to the buffoon.
Peraí, não entendi o final.
I have my ways.
Você quer fazer,
But you wanted to do it alone, so go talk to the buffoon.
Fechou.
We'll talk later.
Vai lá.
Haven't had this good a time in ages. That's
O
true.
beat, dá uma olhadinha na beat aqui.
Don't you traipse around here. Don't you traipse around here. Don't you traipse.
Não dá pra falar com ele. Será que esse aqui que é o bufão? Não é.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Apaguei o fogo de vocês, e aí? Ah, acendeu de novo, né, desgramado? É mesmo, você faz esse cara veio fazer alguma coisa. Ô, Lucão. Vamos trocar ideia aqui. Eu vou te dar 2 dedos de velho barreiro se você derrubar aquele maluco ali, ó. Bora. E quem disse que não? Vamos falar com esses caras. As bitch.
What do you need, ugly?
Feioso? Pera, na hora que eu coloquei feio. O que é feio aqui, só bitch?
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
But
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies. And you're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
can't just now, but I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
Ah, Margarita, você vai sentir
I
o
wanted
tique
to
do
surprise
Geralt.
my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
I don't really care. Just get him away from the ballista.
Oh, now you've got me doubting he's your mate at all. But I'll not pry. It'll cost you double.
That's steep.
I may be a simple girl, but I know at least a few men who'd give you trouble if I told them what you've asked of me. Pay me, and it'll stay between us. I mean, no point in giving brutes and louts a good reason to perfect their skills, eh?
A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give them a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
Mario e Afonso.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
I don't like. Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
Não tem nenhum Afonso aqui
Come here,
não, né?
lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it.
Seu folhado mesmo, sai empurrando todo mundo e foda-se. Afonso. Eu acho que esses caras devem estar dentro do bar. Deixa eu falar com esse maluco aqui.
Yes?
Vejo você
We'll
depois.
talk later.
Deixa eu entrar aqui dentro. Fechado.
Except a fireside feast with copious
Derrote Mario Afonso na queda de braço.
No passage.
Maluco, te dá um soco no seu dente.
True. Come here,
Deve ser
lass.
esses caras
Your
aqui,
uncle's got a story.
They say wit. What you want, old man?
ó. Velhote.
I was looking to
Vou
test
fazer
my
uma queda de
strength.
braço.
Arm wrestling.
What do I stand to gain?
Nothing, because I'll thrash you.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a witcher, so I guess that gets you bragging rights.
Are you that Geralt fella? The Grey Wolf? All right. Let's begin.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Caraca, difícil, rapaziada. Eu pensei que ia ser fácil.
Except a
Ah,
fireside
um
feast
pouquinho,
with
né?
copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it.
Difícil pra caralho,
Lend an
velho.
ear for less than...
Hey, you're a lightweight, Grey Wolf.
Ai, que bosta.
What you
cara.
want, old man?
I was looking for... Let's do...
Vai, cara, vai. Não gosto de perder não, velho.
Nothing
Nossa, eu
better
odeio
than a
perder.
fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Essa bosta, ela continua andando, velho. Não você controla. Tem que ficar mexendo pra lá e pra
Luckily, the
cá.
commandant's provided it all.
Caraca, velho.
Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Não dá, velho. Não.
Nothing
Nossa,
better
que
than a
ódio!
fireside feast.
Hey,
Ah, velho. Que bosta, cara.
I was looking...
Não tem como ganhar do cara, viado. Não tem como. Impossível ganhar do cara, velho.
luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
Caralho, viado. Olha lá, no começo tá easy aqui, ó. Eu consigo desenrolar.
So long as
Aí
he
ele
can afford
pega,
to
não
tell
tem o
it.
que você faça, não tem santo pra te salvar. Ah, consegui, ó. Consegui. Chupa. Chupa, seu escroto.
Damn the
Maldito.
dogs!
Ah, vai tomar no seu rabo. Ai, se lascar. Maldito, mano. Já desceu o cacete nele.
Myron,
Teach them a lesson.
not just you.
Ué, tem outro ainda?
Nothing better than
O
a
Afonso já
fireside
tomou no
feast.
ano já. Cadê o outro?
Except a
Ah, é
fireside
você,
I don't
né?
like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
É. Queda de braço também com esse escroto.
Say,
Vai quebrar ele no
Add
box.
flour into the mix and it doesn't
Ai,
get
o
any
maldito.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. your uncle.
Nossa, perdi a linha aqui, velho, já.
So long as he can afford
Primeiro
to tell
cara.
it. I'll not lend an ear for less than
Toma,
10
seu
hours.
escroto. Filho da puta. Peguei a manha já.
I hate mutants like
I know.
Toma, seu lixo. Ei, Margarete, já humilhei os caras já, hein? 2.
Myron?
Teach them a lesson.
Of course.
Claro.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's
Vai lá,
true.
vai lá, bitch.
You know this one? A little lad was skipping down the path. Plow. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse.
Nossa, nem ficou óbvio, né, que eu tô indo ali. Eu disfarcei discretamente. Nossa, esses companheiros são bons, não sei se tá certo.
Care for some real
Você é
diversion.
zica mesmo, hein, Margarete? Tamo junto. E aí? Vamos trocar ideia agora com Sabote a balista. Já vai me sabotar lá já.
Except a fireside feast with copious
Sabotar a
amounts of
garota
liquor.
já.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all. True.
Come here, lad.
Sabotei a bicha lá.
Do we wait until the honorable lady is done with the venerable hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
Tá seguindo a ordem desse cara toda hora. Coisa chata. Eu posso entrar já ou
Soldier, report to me immediately.
não posso? Haja furtivamente por trás do edifício.
What do you want? Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king.
Dei mole.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Dei mole, rapaziada. Falei não.
Commandant, sir. We caught the witches sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here. And
Foda-se.
the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, your vet's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Was it him?
Yeah, he killed Foltest. Now he's sneaking around these woods.
In that case, we'll get him too. I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
My enemy's enemy
Bandidos
is
não
my
merecem
friend.
misericórdia.
We barely escaped with our lives the last time we ran into Yorvith.
Damn squirrels draw ever nearer.
Your point, Commandant?
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
Ai, eu queria xingar na cara dele, mas eu preciso dele, velho. Que ele é racista mesmo, mas beleza.
I see where this is going.
Yorvith's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as...
Their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake, and Bernard Laurito's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
Quero dinheiro também.
I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously, straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
You stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
Decepcionar a cidade. Eu tô devendo alguma coisa pra essa cidade, rapaz. Eu já matei um bicho gigante pra vocês já. Vocês querem o que mais? Tô devendo nada pra vocês não, filho. Tomar no meio de seus rabos. Já amanheceu já. Deixa a propriedade dolorida. Deixa eu dar tchau aqui pra Bitch. Agradecer ela aqui, né? Não posso falar com você não? Foi mal, Margaret, não dá. Oh, Margaret, você tá bugada, Margaret. Caramba.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Quer vir aqui, sua vagabunda? Aqui é o Geraldo, rapaz. Famoso comedor.
You're all talk. Prove it.
I doubt anyone would stop you. We're
Vou te
too
dar tua
soft and that's the
recompensa.
problem. Soldiers are bored.
Só que não.
Turned me away at the door.
Vamos. Bastardo você. Ah, tá, o cara fechou a porta pra você. Ah, você estava me xingando de bastardo aqui, vou te descer o cacete na sua venta. Cadê? E aí, o que é? O que você quer?
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
Deu ruim, mano. Acho que eu poderia ter, tipo, chegado a outro objetivo indo furtivamente, saca, mano?
Well.
Meu amor!
The commandant is a host.
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran Epesnelen, Yorvet's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the Kingslayer.
Let's pay him a visit.
Oh, cacete. Vá para o barco. Prisão. Meu amor, você anda muito rápido, meu amor. Vai devagar. Meu Deus do céu, essa mulher andando rápido. Olha. Já chegou já. Que isso, hein?
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Laurito's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but
So get out of my way.
he won't tell you much. He's dying.
Sai da minha frente, mano. Sai da minha frente e da frente do meu amor. Que a gente precisa falar com ele. Vamos olhar aqui o caminho. Ah tá, é aqui, ó. Como é que eu não caí ali, né, velho?
Stop bloody moaning down there.
Será que é esse cara aqui?
Wakey, coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
Ah tá, o ferido ali, ó.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axie sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Look, Birdie's all wet.
Ótimo.
It's no use.
You wish, Orson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
That good? Where am I?
In Flotsam. On the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
We need your help. We need to speak with Yorvith.
Like hell, Dwan. I'll tell you nothing.
You'd be dying in pain if it wasn't for us.
If it wasn't for the Dwan, I wouldn't be here.
There's a Witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused. And there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit. Thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Laredo's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
Why does the Dwan want Yorvith dead?
He used us from the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorvith. Sees him as a thorn in his side. Though I don't know what Letho wants.
What does Yorvith want? Why Flotsam?
Go plow yourself.
Only I can warn Yorvith. Tell me.
You would also betray him, Dwan.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynplaine. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before. There is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Que é isso? Ah, tá, ele vai relembrar alguma coisa.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are mortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island.
O bichão pegou a Yennefer.
And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality.
Ah, esses caras são aqueles caras da caçada selvagem. Caralho. Como que ela fugiu daquilo? Ele tá se lembrando do passado dele, rapaziada. Aos poucos.
Geralt, are you alright?
I've been to the Isle of Avalach, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Suri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance, growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps! Stop bloody
Mi amor, vamos, mi amor. Mi amor, necesita de la sua ajuda, mi amor. Encontre a rosa e siga a atriz. Encontre a rosa da lembrança. Meu amor, vem, meu amor. Meu Deus. E onde que eu vou encontrar essa rosa da lembrança? Vem aqui, deixa eu falar com você. Ah tá, ela vai na frente já.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch. Or...
Cara, desvia da poça, viado, você viu? Vai. Ué, vai, fia. Isso. Isso, fecha a porta na minha cara mesmo. Cuidado que aqui já sai bicho já. Eita gota, eu tô sem arma. Caraca, agora que eu vi, cadê minhas armas? Puta que merda! Os caras roubaram minhas armas, rapaziada, vocês acreditam? Ah, velho, sacanagem demais, velho. Ele tá com esse machadinho aqui. Puta que pariu. Poxa, ele puxou. Ah, puxou o machado. Oxi. O que você tava olhando aqui? Oxi. Na luta igual viking, rapaz. Aí, agora tem uma espadinha decente. Eu joguei as bagaças tudo fora sem querer. Cadê o outro que eu matei, meu amor? Usa 2 espadas. Ah, não pode usar as duas, tá vendo? Só troca. Ah. Se dane, vou usar essa. Puta que pariu. Ah, uma armadilha. Não tinha visto. Peguei aqui um buff. Agora que eu reparei, a gente tá andando na floresta à noite. Que isso? Alguém tá lutando. Eu vou ir lá na casa. Ah, bosta, tentei desviar. Poxa, eu não tomei dano não. Ótimo. Ali a maldita, caverna maldita. Bom, eu tava trocando ideia e eu reparei.
I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Gardens in the middle of forests. Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now.
Oxi, bati e invadia. Uma armadilha. Então, rapaziada, eles estavam conversando, eu reparei que a Ciri.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones. The reality often leaves a lot to be desired.
A Ciri veio antes de tudo, então, tipo, então eu não sei onde que eu vou descobrir essa história. Não sei se é não que conta da Ciri, porque eu achava que era aqui, tá ligado? Eu achava que ela era filha de. Eu tava pensando assim na minha mente que a Ciri era filha de algum desses reis aí que tá morrendo. Que o Geralt vai adotar depois, né? Sei lá. Mas aparentemente ela veio antes de tudo e eu não tô entendendo nada.
Cedric said Simon eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
Oh my, lovers. Look at it. It's beautiful.
É lindo, né, meu amor? Cadê
I
as
just
flores?
don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are like that.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world. But do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss.
Cymoral's Rose of Remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be deflooring the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
Vocês não vão destruir, não vou deixar não.
Be plowing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs The heads. Remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Como é que é?
And
Kill them!
Senhora, a minha mulher de preto, rapaz. Na minha frente. Sem coragem, hein? Oxi, 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 oxi. Ai, caralho. Cara, o bagulho falou que eu não tô dando nenhum, velho. 100% de redução de dano. Meu Deus. 100% meu dick, cara. Tô tomando dano ainda, cara. Pelo amor de Deus, eu morri pra um gordão com a pá na mão, cara. Ah, esse jogo é inacreditável, rapaziada. É inacreditável esse jogo, velho. Nossa senhora, que ódio, cara. Nossa, eu vou começar a upar minha esgrima e eu vou ver o tanto de dano que eu vou dar nesses caras. Só isso que eu quero ver só. Nesses caras aleatórios, assim. Os caras não fazem nem parte da história do bagulho. Bora, bora, poucas ideias. Ah, vai tomar no meio dos seus cu, cara. Ai, meu Deus do céu, velho. Meu Deus do céu. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Eu não dou dano nos caras, rapaziada. Eu não dou dano nos caras, véi. Eu não dou dano nenhum nos caras, véi. Isso é o que me estressa, viado. Esse aqui é o que dá. Ai, vai logo. Essa porra aqui mesmo. De novo, cara. De novo, velho. Meu Deus, velho. Que raiva, velho. Nossa senhora. Ai, velho. Que raiva. Paciência, rapaziada. Paciência. Ai, que ódio, cara, que ódio, que ódio, que ódio, velho. Os caras aleatórios dá mais dano do que eu, cara. Puta que pariu, velho. Não faz sentido, velho. Quem é esses caras, velho? Os caras não fazem nem parte da história do jogo, velho. O que vocês estão fazendo, criadores? Faz sentido essa parada que vocês estão fazendo, velho. Eu não vou gastar porra de nada. Eu vou gastar magia com esses caras mesmo. Foda-se. Puta! Toma! Toma! Agora só vem gordo, desgraçado, baleia maldita. Olha o dano desse gordo, mano. Olha o dano desse gordo, cara. Olha o dano desse gordo. Se eu soubesse que você era forte assim, eu jogava de gordo, pô. Toma no cu. Olha o lixo do caralho, toma. Não pegar pra você não, desgraçado da linha dos infernos. Tomar no meio de seu cu, desgraçado. O cara não morre, velho. Puta que pariu, o cara é aleatório, velho. Aleatório total, velho. Pronto. Se foder. eu fico estressado, rapaziada. Não faz sentido essas porra não, velho. Tomar no cu, gordão forte pra caralho. Se fosse algum cara, sei lá, que faz parte da história do game, do jogo, beleza. O cara é forte, pô. O cara é um aleatório, velho. Que ódio, velho. Morri 2 vezes pra esse bicho.
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire. We're trapped.
Eu já vou corromper essa água já com o meu dique de bruxo. Sinal arde. É pra lançar o sinal arde aonde aqui? Ué, ele lança o sinal num lugar aleatório. Você tem AIDS, Geralt.
Looks like we're stuck. Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face? What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
Oh, you know. Stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
Zerando. Olha. Olha como é que ela vem, rapaziada. Eita, Geraldão, olha. Como é que ela vai, rapaziada. Ai, papai. Não, Geraldão. Que isso, Geraldão? Tá de sacanagem? Vai dar uma de inocente agora? Oh, shit. Na hora de passar o dick na atriz Marigold. Rapaz. Olha a cara dela de saliente. Cheia de saliência. Ah, Geraldão. Representa, né, filho? Pelo amor de Deus. Ah, rapaz. Vamos corromper essa piscina. Ah, Geraldão é nóis. Representa o bonde. Tome dick, Trace. É isso, passamos o dick, já estamos levinho. Ih, qual foi? Chegou alguém aí. Vai empatar foda.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwan stole the story of Eldon and Cymara, but they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I'd never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwan. We Enshe remember how
o Geraldo tá lá, ó, sentando dick na criança. Tome. Ah, papai. Tome, que é na violência.
The lovers' sighs are enchanted in these very stones, though only those in love can hear.
Sem dof. Ainda bem que vocês não desceram lá pra empatar o movimento.
Silly bushes, jabbering stones, elven hogwash.
Olha ele escutando, ó. Tá ficando louco. Segura o Dick.
We should take walks more often. For a while there I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days. What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorvith's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt, deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
I think so, and I think you're right. I don't owe anyone anything.
I'm glad you've noticed that.
But that doesn't mean I'm willing to sit around doing nothing. You need time anyway, and in that time I'll catch the Kingslayer.
Geralt, please, be careful.
I'll go see Zoltan, and together we'll go find Yorvith. With a little luck, I'll capture the Kingslayer, and then we can go back to living our own lives.
Good. Will you talk to Roach?
I'll think about it.
Você é doido deixar meu amor ralar peito, Geraldo?
Geralt!
Alguém chamou nós aí?
Geralt!
Que porra é essa?
Is everything alright?
Filho da puta, você tava escutando a...
What a beautiful place.
Very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Wait,
Cara.
Vernon. We need to talk.
Isso foi
About
estranho.
what?
A few days from now, I plan to leave, get back on the path, back to my witcher's work. That'll mean the end of our mission.
Care to tell me what prompted this decision?
Triss. She knows how to restore my memory.
Why not drop everything and leave now?
Triss needs time to prepare the spells.
You're giving up. No other name for it. You're just giving up. What of the Kingslayer? Many still believe you're him.
I don't think I care anymore. Those whose opinions I value, well, they know the truth.
Uh-huh. You see someone kick a dog and you're incapable of letting it go. And you want to release that fiend who we've succeeded in cornering, who's thrashing to get out of the cage we've put up around him.
I want nothing of the sort. I'm not leaving for a few more days. In that time, I'll catch Letho for you. That's the Kingslayer's name, incidentally. I know how to get him.
How?
You're not going to like this, but it'll involve working with the Scoia'tael.
Is your mind completely plowed at this point? Did Triss put this nonsense in your head?
Listen to me. You'll get your Kingslayer soon. I'll give you him or his head. After which you'll clear me of all charges and let me go my way.
What else? Perhaps you'd like me to embrace Yorvith in gratitude as well.
Yorvith's not my problem. I'm no elf hunter. I've never been one, and I don't intend to become one.
Enough. You've made your decision, I can see that. So be it. But I think we all know who's being the prick here.
Ah, maldito. Que é o Geraldão. O que nós faz, o que nós quiser. Ah, eu tenho que voltar lá pra falar com o anão, cara. Bom, rapaziada, eu vou encerrar esse episódio por aqui. E aí a gente vai dar continuidade no próximo, tá? Mais uma vez, obrigado por vocês terem assistido e estarem acompanhando a nossa série. Não se esqueçam de dar like no vídeo e se inscrever no canal, rapaziada. E se possível, compartilhem com alguém que curta RPG ou a saga The Witcher, né? E goste de assistir séries de jogos. Muito obrigado novamente, rapaziada. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever e dar like. Até o próximo vídeo. Valeu. Fui.